Now, the amount of times that this girl was on Discord spamming my messages for me just to play Fortnite with her was actually insane. No joke, I started to realize that this Fortnite gamer girl was way more obsessed than ever. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Baba, and welcome back to another insane but crazy story. Now, this story all takes place back in my grade 9 year, and funny enough, one of the games I was playing back when I was in grade 9 was a game called Fortnite. Now, I think we all know what Fortnite is. Hell, you guys are probably watching it right now on the screen, and I'm gonna say this. Fortnite is now known to be like one of the most popular games ever. But what I will say is that a lot of different types of people play Fortnite. For example, I know like a bunch of little kids play Fortnite, adults even play Fortnite, and even girls. As crazy as it seems, gamer girls actually end up playing Fortnite. And there was one time where I remember I was on my PC playing with the boys and playing Fortnite. We had a full squad at the time, which was all my friends from back in high school, and I remember we were playing for like a long time. We would do this naturally almost every single day, like for like hours on end. And I remember one night as we were playing, one of my buddies ends up saying, "Oh, yo guys, not gonna lie, I gotta go like for like family dinner and stuff, so you guys are gonna have to play without me." Wait, what? Why don't you just eat at your desk and play at the same time? That's what we all do. Sorry guys, like my mom doesn't let me do that anymore. She says it's not healthy for me. I'll talk to you guys after though. Like I'll only be gone for like half an hour. And they ended up leaving the call and then actually getting off. Obviously it sucked, but we didn't think too much about it. We decided to hop into another game. But what my friend decided to do was a massive mistake, because he didn't actually end up putting us in a trio lobby. He put us in a squad fills. So if you guys don't know what squad fills mean, basically it's when like in a game it gets you a random person online to play with you to fill your team up. And when we ended up going into a game, we ended up hearing a random girl's voice, and it kind of went something like, "Hey, like you guys have mics? I hope so, because like we're playing rank." At that moment my friend was like, "Yo, what? Is there a chick in our lobby?" And that's when we realized that we had a squad fill. We all ended up yelling at my friend like, "Yo, you're supposed to change it, dude. Like you're supposed to make it trios." But then he ended up just laughing saying, "Bro, don't worry, it's just a girl, it's fine." And that's when I was like, okay, whatever, and we ended up playing that game. As we were playing this game though, I remember I decided to be the first person to talk to her, saying, "Okay, yeah, like we're going here." And I ended up telling her where we were dropping and doing basic call outs. And one of the things I was majorly worried about was how bad this girl was gonna be. Now I know that sounds really mean because she was a girl, but at the same time, gamer girls never really had a good reputation back when I was younger. But I remember as we were like playing the game, one thing I started to realize was that this girl was actually way better than I expected. She knew what the call outs meant, and funny enough, she actually ended up getting more kills than most of my homies. It was mostly me and her communicating because, well, my friends didn't really want to talk to a girl online. They think it was weird. But me and her, we just kept talking through the mic, and well, one thing led to another. We actually ended up winning the game. It was actually insane how fast that game went, and not gonna lie, I was really impressed with how she played, to the point where I told my friends, "Yo guys, not gonna lie, she's a pretty good fill. We could just use her instead of going to trios." "Nah, Baba, we don't need to do that, bro. Don't worry about it. She can just go now." "No, like let's invite her to a Discord. I think she's actually pretty good at the game." "All right, fine, invite her." At that moment, that's when I talked to her and I said, "Hey, like send me your username on Discord," and we ended up bringing her into a call. And when she ended up joining the call, I remember everyone was silent the entire time. None of the boys wanted to talk to her except me. So I kept like basically talking to her, saying like, "Oh, like here, I'll top into another one. Send me your Fortnite username." You know, the basic gamer stuff that we mostly do when we meet new people online. But this is where things kind of got weird, because as like games went on, she started to get more comfortable, and she started asking me weird questions like, "Oh, like so like how old are you guys? Oh, like Baba, like you're really good at the game. OMG, Baba, wait, do you have like Snapchat?" And at that moment, we actually ended up taking things off Discord, and actually she ended up talking to me over the phone. It was pretty weird because I always like just saw her as like a gamer, I guess, not really anything more than that. But it was actually really interesting because the more we started to speak together, the more things got, well, intense. And by intense, I mean like she started talking to me a lot more. She started messaging me a lot more. And for some reason, every night she wanted to play with me and the guys. Me and the guys didn't mind because one of our homies, every time we had dinner, had to leave. So she would just take his place and we just play with her. And she would always carry us in every game. I'm not joking. Like, it's really weird when I say this, but she was basically like as good as I was. And I'm like a professional Fortnite player. Okay, that's a little bit of a lie, but still, like, I was pretty good, okay? I was younger. And that was like the only game I would play. So I was decent at it. But going on with the story, I remember it got to the point where it was a Friday night and the next day I didn't have school since it was the weekend. And as I was like, you know, playing Fortnite, all my friends decided to get off early because they didn't want to ruin their sleep schedule. As for me, well, I always seem to have a ruined sleep schedule. And so did this girl, since she lived like very far away and time zones were different. So I remember me and this girl, we ended up playing together instead in the call and just played with just me and her. We would play duos, and no joke, we were actually killing it. I think we got to like platinum rank when we were playing Fortnite, and it was actually really fun. Obviously things got really sweaty, which is, you know, usually not the normal thing I would do with a girl, but still things got pretty sweaty. And I want to say like games went on, and it got to the point where she said to me, "Baba, like you're actually like the best person to play with ever. Like I think about you all the time." Wait, what? At first I thought this was like a playful joke, but then like for some reason, I remember after that day, the next morning when I woke up, she was already on wanting to play play with me. And she literally messaged me right after on Snapchat saying, oh, like, I was thinking about you like all night winning those games. And like, honestly, like, do you want to hop on right now? At that moment, I was like, sure, like, why not? And I ended up playing with her even more. It got to the point where I would always just end up playing with her. And the next Monday when I got to school, I remember my friends were like, yo, Bubba, you playing with your e-girl? Wait, what? I don't have an e-girl. Yeah, bro, like, you're always playing with that girl. And like, seriously, it's getting weird. Wait, what? How do you guys know I'm playing with her? It says on Fortnite you have a duo and like, it's always her. Well, I mean, like, she's good at the game and she's just fun to play with. Okay, Bubba, keep saying that, bro. And then he ended up walking away from me. At that moment, I started to realize that the boys wanted me to play with them more instead of this girl. So what I decided to do was basically plan on telling her that, you know, maybe like me and her should like take a break from gaming and me play with the boys more. Because as you guys may know, the bro code literally states that the boys will never take over a girl's place, especially in like a gaming sector, okay? Like the boys always come first, no matter what. Unless the girl is like part of the boys, which is like a rare occurrence, but still, back to the story. I remember that day, I ended up basically getting home that night and me and the boys hopped on Fortnite. We started to play together and one thing I started to realize was that this girl on Discord was messaging me. She messaged me saying, oh, like, can I play with you guys yet? But what I decided to do was not answer. And then she started spamming me over and over and over and over again to the point where things got really intense. It got to the point where she was like, Bubba, like, I'm thinking about you all the time. Like, please, like, can we just play a game or a couple, please? And at that moment, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna keep ignoring her because this is getting weird. And well, what went weird went to insane because I remember after a game, I ended up going back to the home screen of Fortnite. And that's when she ended up sending me a gift on Fortnite. Now, if you guys don't know what a gift is, basically a gift is like when like you can gift each other skins and stuff. And when I opened the gift that she sent me on the game, she bought me like one of the most expensive skins that were out at that time, which was the Renegade Raider skin. If you guys are Fortnite players, you guys would know what I'm talking about. At that moment, I'm like, oh, damn. And I ended up putting on the skin and all my friends were like, yo, Bubba, you actually spent money on this game? Are you serious, bro? You have the Renegade Raider skin? And like, it was a major flex to have it, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, dude, the fact that she bought me this skin was insane. At that moment, I remember she ended up messaging me again on Discord and she's like, hope you like what I got you. I was thinking about you when I was like, you know, thinking about getting it. Oh, okay, cool. And at that moment, I decided to basically respond to her saying, hey, like, thanks for the skin. It really means a lot. Oh, no problem, Bubba. Can I play with you guys now? And at that moment, since she bought me the skin, I felt bad. So I ended up actually leaving the boys to go play the game with her. I know it broke the bro code, but still, I felt bad. She spent money on me. Anyways, I remember after me and her played a couple of games, we started playing more and more. And well, it got to the point where she ended up telling me, Bubba, I'm not gonna lie, like, I really like you. Oh, I mean, I like you too. You're a really good gamer. No, like, I like you more than that. What do you mean? Well, like, I think about you like all the time, like when we're like gaming, and like honestly, gaming doesn't feel the same without you. I found that really odd because like we literally met last week. Like there's no way she was already this obsessed with me. But this is where things get weirder because I remember the next day when I went to school, I ended up basically like hanging out with me and the boys were all like pretty upset that I ended up leaving them just because the girl bought me the Renegade Raider skin. But at the same time, like these guys had to understand, like I would have felt like I was scamming her if I didn't play with her. And I tried to explain that to them, but they did not want to listen. And I thought, you know what? Maybe today I'll just tell her to back off. So I ended up basically going on my phone, messaging her on Snapchat and saying, yo, like not gonna lie, like I think we need to take things slow because like since last night, like I've been thinking about what you said and it's kind of weird. What do you mean it's weird, Bubba? Is what she responded right away. And at that moment, I decided to leave her on red. I know it's not a good idea, but at the same time, something about this girl just yelled crazy for some reason. Going on with the story, I remember from there, I ended up going home that day after school. And when I got home, I remember my mom, right as I walked in, ended up picking up a package that she got for me and said, Bubba, you got a gift. I don't know who it's from, but someone sent you something. At that moment, I was really confused and I ended up opening the gift and I saw there was an envelope that was shaped as a heart. I ended up opening it and I saw it was literally the girl from Fortnite. Her username was actually written on the card, funny enough, and her username was something really weird like QT Princess 445, which was actually her gamer tag on Fortnite. So I instantly knew who it was from. And that's when she ended up sending me a photo of herself in the box. And not only that, but she sent me a Fortnite hoodie with my gamer tag on the back of it. At that moment, I found it really weird, but at the same time, it was actually pretty awesome. And that's when I ended up messaging her saying, hey, like I got your package and I just want to say like thank you. Like it's actually really cool. Oh, no problem. And did you see like the photo of me? I sent you like a face reveal kinda. Yeah, no, I didn't know you looked like that. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't like, you know, got to that point yet, but I thought she'd be the one to make the first move. Oh, okay, cool, is what I said to her. And then that's when I ended up going downstairs, hopping on my PC and actually playing Fortnite with her. At that moment, all the boys ended up spamming me on Discord saying, bro, like you're playing with her again? Like, are you serious? And at that moment, that's when I was like, yo, I feel really bad. So I decided to basically tell this girl as we're in the middle of a Fortnite game, yo, listen, like, I think we need to like, you know, end things off here and like, I'm gonna go play with the boys. Oh yeah, we can go play with the boys. No, I meant just me playing with the boys. At that moment, she got so upset and she started like basically like yelling at me to the point where I just decided to leave the call and go hang out with the boys. And at that moment, she just kept spamming my DMs back to back, and it was getting insane. But that's when I decided to finally block this girl, which was Cutie Princess 445, and basically blocked her on Fortnite and everything. It was maybe not my smartest idea, but I will say this, it stopped her from spamming me. But let's just say that wasn't the last time I ended up seeing this girl, because, well, let's just say she takes things to an extreme level. But that's a story for another time. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. Peace out, guys.